What can I do? Wow, I have the chance to give a speech on how I would change my community. Of course, it's only for AP Environmental Science Online. I didn't care. I got right to writing and editing. I couldn't wait to have somebody know how I truly feel about the pollution of the Houston Ship Channel. This is what I came up with. Reducing the carbon footprint of my hometown will be extremely hard, but I believe with everyone in the community coming together for the well-being of each other and the environment around us, we can make the impossible possible. I live very close to the Houston Ship Channel, the second largest port in America. Naturally, the pollution in our area is extremely high due to the constant commerce and refining of oil, gasoline, and many other non-renewable resources. The emissions of the area wreak havoc on the health of citizens in the surrounding communities. Southeast Houstonians are even at a higher risk of cancer because of all the harmful substances put into the air daily. Something must be done to lessen the effects of the refineries on the millions of people in Houston. It is amazing that after an hour drive the air is fresh and one instantly feels revitalized. That should be Houston. It's constantly nauseating smelling the pollution. It at times can be an eye irritant, a hazard for those with asthma, and generally disgusting. One may think that nothing is happening around them because the pollution doesn't faze someone who has been in the ship channel for long periods of time, but the unforeseen health risks appear later in their life. The community would be a much more inviting place for new citizens if it weren't so harmful. One can look up the environment that they are moving to and see that many cases of cancer are reported. There is constantly pollution emitted into the atmosphere, and of course the eyesores the plants themselves are. It can make you think twice. It would be wonderful to have family come visit and not have to say, "What's that smell?" and reply, "It's the ship channel." I'm not saying in the slightest that the ship channel be closed. It provides so many jobs for thousands of people in the Houston metropolitan area. However, some regulations need to be put on the emissions they create to keep the citizens happy and healthy. I propose that something be changed. Every citizen must pitch in to take the focus off the negative aspects of the community and turn them into a positive. The members of my city and those around us should care for the wildlife, carpool as much as possible, and most importantly, the citizens should come together to get the Houston Port Authority to stop the constant pollution. The citizens in my city are particularly garden and plant savvy. A community garden should be formed, not only to create fresh food and clean air, but also help teach the younger generation that spends most of its time playing video games how to care for the environment hands-on, as well as a nature park, a place where we can all go and enjoy the shade of trees and sweet subtle aroma of flowers. And Houston is a perfect place due to the long periods of warm growing weather and plenty of rain. There is a pull factor for new businesses to form and perfect opportunity for new citizens to see a community bond and forget about the harmful past would be an economic stimulant for the small suburban town I'm in. Carpooling for those with jobs in the same areas of town would be difficult to arrange, but could be done through our city community building. The people generous enough to help with this cause and lend the extra space for their cars get little incentives for their actions and a weekly gas allowance. In addition to carpooling, there is a great need for Houston public transit in my area. There is a metro bus that runs once out of my city and once later in the evening for those returning home. There is a great need for more bus activity. Not many people go to work at 11 a.m. and get off at 5 p.m. I will talk with my city's mayor and city council to get the proposition drawn up to be sent to the Houston Metro bus services to get this city to have its own route. As for the constant pollution emission, I would go to my city council and have them submit it as a topic at the local Houston Mayor Council Association meetings which my city as well as the ones that line the Houston Ship Channel are part of, and have the concern brought forth as an occasional Houston Port Authority meetings the mayors are allowed to attend. The issues stated would be health reports of the general population of the area, and the total plea of the citizens to stop hurting our friends, family, and the planet we must spend the rest of our lives on. This will not be an immediate limitation, but hopefully within a year the plants will have a maximum that they cannot exceed without penalty. Pollution is a huge issue in Houston, and something must be done before our environment is completely diminished. The carbon footprint is too high, and the pollution emissions are literally slowly killing every aspect of life near Houston. These improvements are just the start of something great for the greater Houston area. It's the turning of a new leaf, and the ability to let those leaves grow and flourish. Although not every bit of pollution will be stopped, there will be a substantial change that will affect every person here. I will have a town that I am proud to call home, and will grow closer to my neighbors as we pull together to fight what has been threatening the well-being of everyone since 1836.